Howdy again. Welcome to another beekeeping video with Brian. Not that Brian, this Brian. I'll kick off by saying it's a beautiful day here this afternoon. It's maybe 25 degrees Celsius in Aussie speak. Not sure what that is in American speak. Today I'm going to be checking out a few of my hives. We're going to start on this one. This is a long Langstroth, known as a long hive. Not to be confused with a Kenyan top bar. This is just a long Langstroth, but it's a pretty fun hive to work on, super easy. Of course, if you do like my beekeeping videos, I'm trying to grow the channel, so it would be awesome if you could subscribe. If not, no dramas. Yeah, just enjoy the ride. Let's have a look. Now, this is why I like this hive. It's so easy to work on. All I pretty much have to do is lift the lid. Now I've smoked it. I have smoked it. So I should probably smoke it again, because it takes a little while for the suckers to realise they're getting, you know, their house ripped apart. And then I kind of want them to mellow before I get in there. Having a look at these girls. Yeah, they look like nurse bees. They're all very much, what the heck is going on? Now, one of the things I'm looking for in this hive is how much food they've eaten. When I say food they've eaten, because the last time I looked in this hive, they weren't making much food, so I had to feed them. So what we're going to do is we're going to look in the hive. Look at that magnet, sticks there, can always find it. Alrighty, so lots of bees, which is a great sign. It's that time of year we need to be checking regularly, checking for several things. A, how much food they're making. Are they making food? Are they making drones? Are they making queens? Are they making honey? Now, the last time I looked at these girls was just over a week ago, just under a week ago, close enough, and they weren't making a lot of honey, so I fed them. I filled this up, and it's pretty much empty. They've eaten everything that was in there, so we're going to top that up with some 2-to-1 syrup, or rather 1-to-1, which is, you know, 1 litre of water, 1 kilo of 1 kilo. Got no food on that one. Bunch of bees. It's great, girls. No food on this one either. A few bees checking it out. Now this is a frame that was cleaned up from another hive over the winter. I froze it, killed any pests. They're just in the process of cleaning it up and turning it into a real hive. I can feel this one. They're putting honey in it, so they're doing quite well. Let's have a look at this one. Gosh, they've been busy. Same again. This one looks like they're just putting honey in it. They're not doing much else. So far I've gone 4 frames in. I've had no honey. Might give them another quick tickle with the smoke. Some people wouldn't agree with that, but I really don't like being attacked by bees. Getting stung hurts. And I do want to open up the lot and see if there's any queens going on. And it's important to note, oh, that's heavy. Yeah, we've got honey going on in there. See these girls, they're completely ignoring me. All they're doing is working on honey. The hive smells healthy too, which is good. It's funny, you can tell by a hive sometimes just by the smell and the sound whether they're happy, whether they're, you know, what's going on. Here's another one, it's heavy. They're working on honey. Not seeing any brood, just honey activity there. It's an old frame from an old hive, so there might be some old brood from last season on it. Now this time last week, this was pretty much just brood from here, okay? So it's interesting to see what we find. They are making honey. Lots of brood in here. This one's light, very light. So there's a bit of honey on it. You can see it. And this part of the hive is important because if they're going to be doing any queening activity, it's going to be in this part of town. Usually they'll hide a queen. Sorry, girl. They'll hide a queen on the edge of the frames, so the existing queen doesn't find her. Because if the existing queen finds a new one, Yeah, it's all on. Now last week I scraped that clean. You can see there's plenty of activity. Just going to leave them there. Clean you up. Because I do not want you sticking my hive together with your comb. So, which you will do. Sorry girls. We'll back get that later. Let's have a look, eh? What are you up to? Making honey on this one. Not seeing any, you know, not seeing any larva or egg activity type stuff. Love this hive. This beehive is so much fun to. Ooh, bit of weight in this one. That's all just bees. All bees. And that's all brood, people. All brood. The outside's honey, but we've got a mixture of brood pattern there. So the queen's been active. I can see one drone cell. And on this side, it's pretty much all brood. I can see larvae in there. Can't see any drone cells. Can't see any queen cells. Yeah, they're all looking pretty happy and pretty healthy. So a little bit of queen activity out here. A couple of bees starting to get a little bit antsy with me. Lass mich in Ruhe, du. That's German for leave me in peace. I don't know if they understand German, but they don't understand Aussie. And look at that, solid brood pattern. Solid brood pattern, rather. Got a queen cup there. I'm just going to leave that. Could knock it off. A couple of queen cups going on. Solid brood pattern. I'm getting dive bombed a little bit here. They're not real happy with me. That's okay, girls. I don't blame you. I'm not going to inspect the whole lot. I just want to suss out whether they're making queens. And so far, I'm not seeing evidence of that. I'm not seeing drones either. All just brood. So normally by now I'd be seeing drone brood, I'd be seeing queen cups. I'm just seeing some practice cups. Not seeing anything significant. Haven't seen the queen either, but that's all good. They're pretty good at hiding. I don't really blame them. The thing with beehives is you always just want to see just one more, don't you? I squashed one by accident then, and they didn't like that. Oh, Stephanie's dead! Quick, get him! One more, just one more, and then we'll leave you alone. Seeing a lot of pollen on these wings, so there's some good stuff happening. Not enough, unfortunately. I'm not seeing drones. I'm not seeing drone brood. Hive looks healthy. Lots of queen activity, but no queen cups. So girls, we're pretty happy. We're going to leave you alone. We'll put them all back together again. And then we're going to put some food on, close the lid, and move on to the next. So just to sum up, I check my hives every week this time of year. Really looking to manage swarm activity tightly. Now I know swarming in Melbourne, which is where I am, happened, you know, pretty much a few weeks back, but we are several weeks behind Melbourne in terms of summer and all that, so we don't get the same kind of, you know, swarming activity that they do. And don't forget, of course, if you like the videos I make, trying to grow the channel, so it'd be awesome if you could give me a follow. How easy is this hive to work on, people? It does not get easier than that. Now, lucky last. And you'll see, by the way, if you look here, that's a styrofoam insert. The whole hive is surrounded by styrofoam. It's all insulated. We've got 2 internal inserts here. Another one there. Big panels on the outside and big panels underneath. And all through here is all styrofoam insulation. Now let's give them some feed. This is about 2 litres of 2 parts water, 1 part sugar. And I've done that because there's some old sugar in this. So there's some old solid sugar. This will help break that up. And although there's bees in there, most of them won't drown because I've given them some sticks to grab onto. And you'll see what they do is most of them will find those sticks and they'll climb out. If I use a standard, if I don't, I know the inside of it's got little ribs, but it's not enough. They can't hang on and they drown. So I just put a bunch of sticks in there and very few bees die. Just a little thing you learn, you know, just helping them get a bit better, a bit healthier. All that. I'm going to clean that up a little bit, I think, because it's got a bit of stuff on it. That's going to cause a few problems. So, don't want that to happen. Let's move you all back in again. Clean you up. It's not closing cleanly. Just clean up a bit of the stuff. Yes, I know. Cranky bees. Very good. Put the lid panels back on. Very little lifting in these hives. So easy to work on. I've said it before, I'll say it again, my favourite hive to work on. Well, thanks for stopping by. That's my long Langstroth. It's a beautiful day. We'll move on to the other 2 hives next. In the meantime, it'd be great if you could give us a subscribe or a like or a comment. I do answer comments. Thanks.